Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to our maths class. Hope all of you have understood last day's topic, that is ratio. We have completed ratios word problem. Now today we will learn proportion. Proportion means a statement showing the equivalence of two ratios. Okay, proportion means a statement shows equivalence of two ratios. That is, only this point you should remember, equivalence of two ratios. Equivalence of this is E, okay, equivalence of two ratios. For example, A is to B is equal to C is to D. If the ratios are proportion, then we can say that A is to B is equal to C is to D. Okay, if two ratios, that is ratios A and B, if they are equivalent to C is to D, then we can write the statement in this manner. Okay, that is A is to B is equal to C is to D. Then the terms A and D are known as extremes and terms B and C are known as means. Okay, so the last and the first term, that is A and D, are known as the extremes, and the middle terms are known as the means. Okay, that is, we learned in class 6 the product of means is equal to product of extreme. Yeah, that is, if the ratios are in proportion, then product of means is equal to, I am writing the short form, product of extremes. Okay, if the given ratios are in proportion, we can say that product of means is equal to product of extreme. Okay, how we can write? Yeah, that is A into D is equal to B into C. Is that clear? Yeah, product of extremes is equal to product of means. If you write B into C is equal to A into D, both are same. Okay, simply interchanging the sides, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so this is the concept regarding proportion. Now next is continued proportion. Continued proportion, I am writing the short form proportion. Okay, a continued proportion is one in which the ratio between the first and the second term is equal to the ratio between the second and the third term. So if it is a continued proportion, there will be only three terms, A, B and C. Okay, now there will be A, B and C if the ratios are in continued proportion. What is the statement says? Yeah, the ratio between the first and the second term, that is, this is the first term, this is the second term, and yeah, this is the third term. Okay, that is, ratio between the first and the second term is equal to the ratio between the second term and the third term. Okay, if the ratios are in continued proportion, yeah, this is the formula based on that. Okay, A is to B is equal to B is to C. Okay, among them, each are having its own terms. First term, this is A is known as the first proportion. Yeah, B is known as the mean proportion. B is known as the mean proportion, and C is known as the Yeah, third proportion. Okay, that is A is to B is equal to B is to C. Then just like our previous proportion, we learned product of extreme is equal to product of mean, isn't it? Product of extreme is equal to product of mean. Let me write product of mean first. No problem. Product of extreme. That is, if the ratios are in continued proportion, see, product of mean means, yeah, B into B, that is B square is equal to product of extreme. Which are the extreme terms? A and C. Okay, A into C. That is B square is equal to AC. Okay, what is the result you got? Yeah, B square is equal to AC. Okay, yeah, among them, A is known as the first proportion, B is known as the main proportion, and C is known as the third proportion. Okay, now let's move on to the exercise part. Exercise 7.1. Question number 6 up to question number 5 we have done in the last class. Yeah, an electrician uses tiny red and green bulbs in the ratio 5 is to 4 to make a long chain of lights. So this person needs to make a long chain of light, and bulbs proportion is given. Bulbs proportion is given 5 is to 4. If he uses 1765 red bulbs, how many bulbs does he use in the entire chain of lights? Okay, now we have to find out, yeah, total bulbs he used in the, yeah, long chain of lights. So ratio is given. What is the ratio given? 5 is to 4. 5 means red bulbs and 4 means green bulbs, isn't it? Yeah. Now red bulbs total number of bulbs used also given, that is 1765. Now if you know the number of green bulbs, then only we can find out the total number. That means number of green bulbs remain unknown, so let the unknown number be x. Okay, yeah, so green bulbs number is unknown, so green bulb, let the unknown number be x. Now we can write the ratio as 5 is to 4 is equal to 1765 is to x. See, this is, yeah, red bulbs number and red bulbs ratio. This is red bulbs ratio. This is red bulbs total number. Okay, so that is the first term. So total number also should be represented as the first term. Now this is the green bulbs ratio. Green bulbs number is unknown, so that is represented as the second term. Okay, dear? Yeah. Now what we have to do is, yeah, let it be x. We'll write x in this manner. Okay, now from the given question we got a statement in this manner. Now what about the product of extreme? Yeah, product of extreme is equal to product of mean. That is product of mean. This is product of mean, product of extreme. See, okay, that means 5 into x. Okay, let us write 5 into x equal to, yeah, 4 into 1765. How we got this statement? Yeah, product of extreme is equal to product of mean. Therefore, the unknown value x we have to find. Let the x be on the left side. We can take this 5 to the other side of equal to. What it becomes? Yeah, divided by 5. Okay. Yeah, that is 4 into 1765. That's already there in the right side. Yeah, divided by 5. Now we can cancel the number 5. since here 5 is in the ones place, we can cancel. Okay. Now cancelling, what we will get? Yeah, 5 one time. See how many times? 3 5s are 15, isn't it? Carry over 2. Yeah, 5 5s are 25. Carry over 1. 5 3s are 15. Okay. Now if you multiply 4 into 353, what is the answer? Yeah, it is 1412. Okay, your final answer you will get it as 1412. Okay, yeah. Now we got green bulbs number, red bulbs number already given. Now we can find the total number of bulbs, isn't it? Yeah. Now green bulbs I will represent as G. We got 1412. Red bulbs already given in the question, 1765. Now our question task is to find out the total number of bulbs in the long chain. That means we want to add. Adding what we will get? Yeah, 7, 7, 1 carry over. Okay, now 3. So what is the total number? 3177 bulbs will be there in the long chain of lights. Okay, so I think all of you understood this. If there is doubt, you can ask me. Okay, yeah. Next question is, I'm leaving question number 7 and 8. Question number 9 from the textbook, page number 72, exercise 7.1. Okay, find A is to B is to C. Given that A is to B is equal to 11 is to 14 and B is to C is equal to 21 is to 24. Okay, now we have to find out A is to B is to C. Then can you tell me what type of proportion is this? Yeah, there are only 3 terms, isn't it? First term, second term, and this is the third term. First term is first proportion, mean proportion, and yeah, third proportion. So what type of proportion is this? Yeah, this is continued proportion, isn't it? Now, so we understood this is continued proportion. So how we can solve this continued proportion problem? Okay, so for this we have to bring the term B equal on both the ratio. Okay, now before that we have to see whether is there any common term among the ratio. What about the first ratio A is to B? There is no common term, so let it be in that manner. Now what about 21 is to 24? Yes, 3 is common, isn't it? So we have to cancel 3 from this. What we will get? Yeah, 7 3s are 21. So 3 cancelling means 7 will be the leftover number. 8 3s are 24. So 3 cancelling means 8 will be the leftover number. Okay. Now, so second ratio B is to C, we got the ratio in the simplified form as 7 is to 8. Okay. Now, A is to B, I am rewriting 11 is to 14. B is to C, that is 7 is to 8. Now, our task is to make the term B, that is, I'll change the color. Yeah, this B we have to make same, that is here 14 and 7. Our task is to how we can make the term same. You know, yeah, 7, if you multiply by 2, we can make that term as 14. So that what we have to do, yeah, second ratio we can multiply by 2. That is 7 2s are 14 and 8 2s are 16. Okay. While you multiply, we cannot multiply only the term B. We have to multiply both the terms B as well as C. So what we have done here, we multiplied by 2. Okay. Yeah. So what is the answer we got? 14 is to 60. So therefore what is the final answer? What is A is to B is to C? Yeah, 11 is to 14 is to 16. Now both the terms B are same, isn't it? First ratio B is 14, second ratio also B becomes 14. Now so final answer we can conclude as we can join both the ratios together, both the terms together, and we can write it as 11 is to 14 is to 16. Is that clear to you? Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Last question from that exercise. Yeah. Raju and Ramu decide to share expenses in the ratio 2 is to 3. Okay, first let me write the ratio. Okay, Raju is to, I'm writing the short form, Ramu. Okay, what is the ratio? 2 is to 3. And while Ramu and Ravi decide to share expenses in the ratio, Ramu, that means here Ramu is repeated, okay, is to Ravi. Person, Ramu is repeated. 5 is to 7, okay. These are the clues given in the question. Okay, how will the three friends share a total expenditure of rupees 1104? So first of all, we can find what type of ratio is this. Yeah, these ratios are in continued proportion. Why? Yeah, you can see the person Ram is repeated. That is, instead of term B, here the second person Ram is repeated. Is that clear? Instead of A, B and C, here it is given persons Raju, Ramu and Ravi. Okay. So our task is to make Ramu's ratio same. Okay. So how we can make 5 and 3 equal? There is no common element among them. So our task is to make the ratio same. How? Yeah, first ratio if you multiply by 5. Okay, that is 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. Okay, what we have done? We multiplied by 5. Okay, now what about the second ratio? Here we can multiply by 3. That is 5 3s are 15, 7 3s are 21. Here what we have done? We multiplied by 3. Okay, yeah, now just you see both the ratios are same, isn't it? Yeah, Ramu's number is 15. Here in the second ratio also it becomes 15. So we can conclude that yeah, Raju's ratio is to Ramu's ratio is to Ravi's ratio. How we can write? Yeah, 10 is to 15 is to 21. Clear? Now we got the ratios. Now we can find out the total ratio. What will be the total ratio? 10 plus 15 plus 21. What is the total ratio? Yeah, 46. Now total expenditure given. Expenditure. What is the expenditure given? 1104. Now total ratio we understood. Each person's ratio we found 10, 15 and 21. Total expenditure is also known. Now we can find out each person's share. Okay, we learned in class 6. See, Raju's share. Raju's share, how we will find? Yeah, 10. That is first ratio is 10. 10 by total share is, yeah, total ratio is 46 into total expenditure is 1104. Okay. What about the other person, Ramu's share? We will do it on the next page. First, we will find out this first person's. Okay. 46 and 1104 we can cancel. While you cancel, we will get the answer as 24. Those who have doubt, you can do the division. Just you see 1104 divided by 46. 110 2 times, that is 92. 6 to set 12. Yeah, 4 to say 8 plus 1 9. Subtract what we'll get 8 1. Bring down the number 4. 4 times 6 4 are 24. 4 carry over 2. 4 4 are 16 plus 2 18. Exactly, it is divisible. Is that clear? So what is the quotient? Yeah, 24. Understood how we got 24? Yeah. Now next task is to multiply. Okay. Yeah, 24. That is 24 into 10. What you will get? 240. So Raju's share, we got it as rupees 240. Now this cancellation will be same for all the other ratios. Okay. Now next is Ramu's share. Yeah, that is Ramu's share. Yeah, what is the Ramu's ratio? Yeah, 15 by 46 into 1104. All these the steps are same, only this ratio only will be changing. Okay, now this cancellation is same everywhere. This is 24. I'll change the 24. While you cancel, you'll get 24. Now 15 into 24, multiply and get the answer. That much rupees. It is 24 into 15. 5 4s are 20. 0 2. 10 plus 2 12. Yeah, 1 4 is 4. 1 2 is 2 only. Yeah, while you add, what you'll get? Yeah, 360 rupees. So second one's share, we got it as 360 rupees. Okay, now last person, Ravi's share. That is, Ravi's share is equal to, last ratio what we got? Yeah, 21 by total ratio is 46 into total expenditure is 1104. Okay, now cancellation is same everywhere. Yeah, that is here one time, here 24. Now while you multiply 21 into 24, yeah, 1 4 is 4, 4 2s are 8, 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4, but we'll get 4 0 1 5. Okay, what will be our answer? Rupees 504. Okay, now we got each person's share. Okay, how much money they will share. That is, once more I'll write. Yeah, Raju, these are the friends, Ramu and Ravi. So first one's share is 240 rupees. Second one's share is 360 rupees. Yeah, third one's share is 504 rupees. Those who have doubt, they can add and see whether total expenditure is correct or not. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 0 carry over 11. See, 1104 rupees is the total number. So each person's share amount is 240, 360 and 504 respectively. Now from the ratio given, we understood how to find the correct amount. Is that clear to you? Yeah. So please try again in your rough copy. You can copy the notes while I give the notes without making mistake. Do and learn again and again. Okay.